No, I went to evening class. Evening class.
Oh gosh, I know them all.
Yeah, we'd always be
They always talk me here on Saturday.
Went to aerial.
Sophie.
Sophie.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Through a certain age. Worked for Honda.
Oh, don't worry, I'll ask you.
All through the early training.
Yeah. Well, I saw you yesterday morning, first thing in the morning. You were in your shed tinkering around. What were you doing there?
Well, I do 6 days a week there. 6 days a week. You did notice the notice on the door, another day in paradise. Do you work in paradise? You don't.
This is paradise, isn't it?
Yeah.
What you want?
Right. Anyway, the weather's picking up, so we'll have a wander on the bikes and.
You're going to fire the NSU up?
Yeah, and the triple. Yeah. By 12 o'clock, we'll fire them up. Flying Millyard, unbelievable bit of tack, and he's ridden it all the way down from. Where do you live? Guildford way? Newbury. So we'll be firing that up. My work's NSU, which I did quite well, winning most of the Irish races umpteen times. Great bike to ride, and happy memories. Also, we're going to fire up the TT Bob Tate special. Very special bike, and Bob lived in Shipton in the Cotswolds. He contacted us a few years ago. He wasn't in the best of health. He had designed and made this bike, and he thought the museum would be a good spot for it to reside in. So we did a deal. We went up to see him, and the dreaded cancer had really got to him. He was downstairs in a bed, and really was pleased that the bike was going to a happy home. So it wasn't finished. He designed it over many years, and while we were there, we said, "Where's your drawing department?" He said, "It's in the bedroom upstairs." So we go upstairs, and in his old bedroom is the drawing board, all the information, dimensions, logbooks, calculations. So we managed to get all that information, which stood us in good stead when we were coming to get it up and running. So we got it all finished, used all of his calculations, all his settings for the carburation, and as all of you don't know, brand new 3-cylinder engines that have never fired up before. If you can probably get them running in 3 to 4 days, you've done well. This fired up the second turn of the back wheel on the rollers, and the engine was perfect. Perfect carburation, sounded a dream, went a dream, so wonderful. So we sent him a little video of that before he passed on, and he was obviously chuffed to bits that his bike, the Bob Tate 3-cylinder, is up and running. We've run it at Goodwood, we've run it at Mallory, lovely bike to ride, so you'll be hearing that shortly too. And then, last but not Millyard in a moment. When are you going to Elverington?
2 weeks.
Bloody hell, fire. Is it all ready to run?
Pretty much, yep.
We'll find out in a minute when you fire it up.
Well, I hope so. There's a crowd here.
Can all you lot cross your fingers? So, what preparations are you making? How have you established the gear ratio and the carburation and stuff?
It's fuel injected, so gear ratio, we're going to go low. I think we're geared to, high, geared to about 186. So I hit the limiter on that, and then change the gearing and go up in stages.
Right. How difficult is it to change the gearing?
Just rear sprocket.
Just rear sprocket, right. And what you rev it to?
I'm just keeping it under, in most gears, to about 12.5, and then in top I run it through to the limiter.
What's the limiter?
It's about just over 12.5.
12.5. Sounds serious to me. So, what fuel do you run on? Or you're not allowed to tell anybody?
No, at the minute we're just going stock. The idea of this is not power, it's weight and aerodynamics. So we're trying to get over 200, over the mile. Bike weighs 120 kilos. We've upped the horsepower from 135 to 170. So we haven't done a full power run yet. So 2 weeks time we hope to do that, and yeah, get over that 200.
Have you got a wind tunnel to test this thing in?
No.
Bloody hell far. That's when Motor Guzzi's were racing, when I was racing in Grand Prix, they were the quickest bike on the circuit because they had a wind tunnel before everybody else, so they could get the aerodynamics. Like modern GP today, they've got wings on them, there's struts on them. I was even watching the French Grand Prix Monte Carlo yesterday, and they've actually got a duct on the bottom of the fairing that takes the water away. So the water coming off the front end doesn't hit the bike tire, it's deflected off. So really, you get a bit more grip when the bike tire isn't running in water. So no aerodynamic testing. Who did the aluminium work? Don't tell me it was Millyard. It looks like you're working. Have a look at that.
It's amazing, isn't it? That's incredible. Really, really good job.
I think we're voting the bloke who made that 10 out of 10. So who was the bloke who made it?
It was me, mate.
What do you charge an hour?
I don't. An hour gets you nowhere really with aluminium. It's just it's normally a day or a month.
I've got a bit of a job in here for the restoration department. Would you like to join Jim?
I'll tell you what, you do the wind tunnel for me and I'll come and do your tanks. How's that?
Jim, can you get a wind tunnel organised? Maybe that new cafe out there would make it a wind tunnel test bed, you know? So, all that work outside's in UT rooms, so it's a twin operations. Right, we've got a retard on, so we used to have to push start at Grand Prix, so you always put it on full retard till it fires up and then you flash it on a full advance. So here we go, we're just getting ready to start the Tait 1956. I was leading until the last bloody lap. Right.
for the vibration.
Yeah.
Over there. Yeah.
3-cylinder, 2 up, 1 forward. This was quite a good layout. Many manufacturers use the 3-cylinder. Honda used it with the NS 500, the Freddie Spencer won umpteen World Championship. DKW, pre-war and post-war, used the 3-cylinder layout, 1 forward, 2 up, and Munch won the World Championship on the 350. Wonderful thing. It was one of my disappointments in life that I was organised to ride the DKW in the Ulster Grand Prix 1956. The week before it was the Dutch TT, but they had that many crashes and engine blow-ups, there wasn't a bike for Miller at the Ulster Grand Prix, so we had to ride that instead. So there we go. So Jim's going to fire it up. Right, okay. Right, here we go. Right, what are you, second? Second. Yep. Ready? How would you like to build that in your garage at home? Well done, Paul. But I look around the bikes here today and there's so many brilliant engineers, real innovators, and it never amazes me that what's achieved when I wander around the museum, what's achieved by one man in his garage. I think the best story of the lot, right, you lot, best story ever. And it's almost better than him, you know, so, and Paul. So, you've all heard of Geeson, Reg Geeson. He built the 250 twin bike. He worked at Rolls Royces and he built his racer in the spare time over many years in Derby. So, goes to the GT, 1959, his bike finished about 8, quite good. He had many famous riders on it, John Hartle, Minter, Surtees rode him too. So, the Japanese, that was the first year at the TT. So, they spoke to Mr. Geeson, could we have a look at your factory, Mr. Geeson, after the TT? So the Honda lot arrived in a coat, a bus, pinstripe suit, 2 cameras each, briefcase each. So he lived in a semi-detached house in Derby. So he takes them up through the garden, in a muddy garden, up through the trees to this shed in the top of the back of his property. And these guys thought he was taking a mickey out of them. Until he opened the door, and then they seen all his patterns, all his cams, all the development work he had done, and calculations and stuff, all on his own. So just they were gobsmacked. And later they did invite him to go to Honda race department in Japan, and he went out and seen all their development. But their 250 was very influenced by the REG in the museum. Fantastic, man. But there's so many brilliant men, and they've never quite made the final. It's okay building something, but to get it to work is a totally different thing. So that's the secret. When you get Alan, Paul, you build these here, and if they work, that's the main thing. We've ridden this at Mallory, and rocket ship. and a lovely bike to ride, and good, went remarkably well. And really, we haven't done serious track testing on it or anything, so just off the drawing board, and it works. That's a good advert, really. Anyway, where's this man here? Right, come on in, get it cracked up. Have you got the roller? Oh, it's electric start. He's cheating.
It's quite quiet because we have to have noise regulations at Elvington.
Who's she? Didn't hear you.
The bike is quite quiet because we have to have noise regulations at Elvington. I think it is.
Is that why you stopped me racing the genera there?
No, that's right, yeah. Right, where are you off? Right. Okay, so. No, shouldn't be. Ignition on, freeze button, hold on there. Right, here we go. Yeah. Off. Hold on. No, you've put it in gear, Sammy, hold on. Move your leg. Yeah, move your leg. No. I think so, go on. And again.
Right, any volunteers for 200 mile an hour? Everyone's that young man, you punch your roll, get your ride if you wish to. So, I'm amazed there's no rev counter on it, there's just a limiter, so you take it to the bloodline, and it automatically cuts out.
You've got a shift light there.
It's what?
Shift light. So shift light just tells me the shift, and then it can't get it, I'll take it all the way to the limiter.
Do you have one of these automatic shifts? Why is that?
I'm not keen on them, just like manual.
Like me, but we're old and out of fashion, you know. These Grand Prix men today, they don't even bother about the clutch, they just fucking stamp it up and down the gears, you know. And all the controls they have on race bikes now is just, I think half the riders are just sitting there. It does all the work, you know. So, while we're on modern bikes and modern Formula One, can anybody explain to Miller why you've got qualifying tires that do 2 laps and everybody's got them? So if everybody had got a qualifying tire that did 20 laps, it wouldn't make any difference. But they do these special tires that do 1 lap warm-up and 1 lap qualifying, and then they're rubbish. And it costs you about £1,000 for a new set of tires every couple of laps. And MotoGP the same. With British Superbike, you watch them, Thruxton. So they set off, they can't go quick at the start of the race because the tire only do 18 laps and the race is 20 laps. So.
That's the way we've got. Oh, that here, isn't it? Door mag. Not door mag on the front, is it? Got the same seat.
Yeah, well, that makes sense, wouldn't it? You want to get it over the top and centre.
One comes in with us, right? Small on the back end. Yeah. One float bowl. Yeah, sort of, I think. No, they
Oh my god, that's like that.
You think about like
that I'm not very sure. I don't think it is. I don't think it's
right.
Yeah, again, they were.
Figure out.
Yeah.
Somebody? I don't.
Excuse me, sorry.
That's only £3 grand. Yeah. When you get to 9, it's towel and like. Yeah. Awesome. I'll start up again later.